for church will be our wasu. Ubaswa, senior Danny Daniel, I no. Fred of four numbers from Rasubi. Tia for what was no. Freunia of four numbers so, and Rasubina, Yamfa de Ohono, and for Mam, Edobibia, some more share, Ewan Kutu, and Kutu channel, or Facebook, YouTube news, so very Huyan Kutu 101, and TV nso so Loud Silence Media, Loud Silence TV nso obehu ye honom. Inti obaswa sene monim dada no na modi adofo abasubi. Inti we baswo pe fa adofo ebraso sharp and quick. Odamwasi. Monim say ba hadia na afi no. Nse meku shamanfo tu meku pa na yedi shamanfo tu ndi sana aye meku shamanfo tu ti yesa na aye de aye pinsu to say Gary and beans yeah I was great in Koto boss. Oh thank you miniano the church will be here ene ebedi nkomo na nkomo no be ye de sukula intimi nuaba a wabaso minia be ma wo hwemie se odan na ewo nchen no se obi emfa ne TV ento Loud Silence TV akone ko bopunu nim na ka se enkoto aba na ode wabo ade ode support no boa ya na yetimi dia bi mu na ye nuan mo mo okro nkitua mu nso no omo etimi ate de ye ka no ase what you say edo bi ase na ene no ye beyi enyome bi di akere mu na kraman no a omo di nam gu homa omo no kraman na no be dey ebe koso abewe wo mo na omo be wi wo mo ahwe omo no mpanyina aka ho me se kraman no be dey omo be wi wo mo na omo asan awe omo no mpe enso di aka ho. We will leave no stone unturned. Intimi nua wabaso emo ne nye wani ha o hwe mo Facebook share page no o hwe mo YouTube no so share page no o hwe wo Loud Silence TV frɛ unua onte yenka da no se omra no ma meti o wa adwumam na se wate wani kitu ewi na de hwe Loud Silence TV because you have no other option. Only option be say Loud Silence TV na ode way in bed ebeto intiminia yen shasie ni enka jangum na muntie de ababa wabi ebeka na yemfa enkoyanim
going to cover it. So this international organization
you are not suggesting that by your exit plan you will not be in the industry by 2024.
I will not be in the industry. I will not be in the industry, something.
And you won't because of the fear of attacks. Is that what you're saying?
Because of the fear of attacks, and there's nobody to support you, something. Where was the GJ? Where was the GJ when I was attacked 2020? And I sat on TV and said, 2 people came to my office, nearly made it to my studio. And this is not a joking matter. I had to install 10 cameras in my house, but still I wasn't sleeping. So I sleep during the day and monitor the cameras throughout the night. But this is not fair. And this is a report. The report never captured this.
If you're sorry, but if you are talking about election periods, I suppose for serious media houses, particularly those of us who do projection of the election results, it is not a new thing that during those periods we get security, we get special security, either private or whatever it is. Our homes are guarded, among others, because of the real threat that come at us. So during election time, that will not be different.
I said that
Yes, it wasn't. In fact, it was because of what.
Me pese, ma said that pana me pese. Maseda ena me pese muti conversation na yekoso no. So Lemia by obi antan wo waye wadwuma from resantene abesins resantene na mo na mo yi dede e kan say amemu bi na enye from 2012 to 2016 mo na mo ka kire Ghana for say na amemu bi nye na amemu na etan mo na mo projecting kofo bi say omo ne de omo ye sukufo e na omo join political party bi mo sanko fukuru ya na mo ka say Ekufuado a human rights lawyer, human rights activist. Enyame na mebe kan yo, mo journalists we are, mo ana mo kan ye. Mo dudu no a mo wo mu ni a mo ye akamfo no mo ana mo be kan ye. Na me pese mo nyanto boase na mo tie. Emre ni ho, nti enko no hyew. Ne mfa kakra ka ho. Entwaso intinya botre pa ne ti eyesima be se num ne wia ye sande foforo bi beto am so stay glue menko ba bia tie de ababaawa no all ka no mo nana do no a mo se ono no onim amemmuo mo nana do ne freedom hwan freedom de ben lawyer, human rights activist, human rights lawyer, na kofo beye ni president, no, repeal the criminal libel law, no, na ya jama, a minister or ye juma under kofo, no, kofo ni ye money di infantare, the criminal libel law, no, say obi a repeal, na nye president na ye nimra. Ena modi dia abodia kese a muntimi nsoa. Modi ball obi na monim se mo jeji nipa so no na mo manage mi enne enkraman no amode nam toto fo ma wo no omo no manyini aye bulldog no omo no manyini na aye German shepherd no omo no anyini sa enkraman na monim se o mekoso aye chihu aho a omo nye chihu aho a montie
to cover it. So this international organization,
you are not suggesting that by your exit plan, you will not be in the industry by 2024.
I will not be in the industry. I will not be in the
industry.
And
you won't
because of the...
Me say, Afia Pokua, Jumano, obey kosi da bi wu. So when Jano, when ye Jumano 2012, when Jano 2016, Afia, Muniaba. Obeye dwumana kosi awiye movie see ye Jimmy
fear of attacks. Is that what you're saying?
Because of the fear of attacks, and there's nobody to support you. Something. Where was the GJ? Where was the GJ when I was attacked 2020? And I sat on TV and said 2 people came to my office, nearly made it to my studio. And this is not a joking matter. I had to install 10 cameras in my house, but still I wasn't sleeping. So I sleep during the day and monitor the cameras throughout the night. But this is not fair. And this is a report. The report never captured this.
Sorry, but if you are talking about election periods, I suppose for serious media houses, particularly those of us who do projection of the election results, it is not a new thing that during those periods we get security, we get special security, either private or whatever it is. Our homes are guarded, among others, because of the real threats that come at us. So during election time, that will not be different.
Yes, it wasn't. In fact, it was because of one of these private security arrangements that we had done at Despite Media. That is what saved me. Without that private security arrangement, probably I would have died. And if I take you back to 2012, Evans and myself were to announce the election results, and we had done the...
Minia, Afia Pokua, afe no odwane o wa kantokwa eso sen no Afia wa kantokwa eso sen no said na mo the tribal lines na journalism no mo the tribal lines na journalism no eno kura da ho amon ka we ye tani we ya ngunani we ya santini na mo de ye intimo ye ne kiti se o tribe emra no ma meye president enu nie na muntie de Mannaseh Azure enso kae muntie
have been the last 5 years, and okay. I don't think that what I have said and what has happened to others, if I see that a colleague journalist has been threatened, the next moment that journalist is killed, I'm not going to take press as I used to have them.
As you used to have them.
I said that will be my last one, but in a minute, you know, it's a difficult interview to have with you on the subject because I'm your lawyer. So it's difficult to actually also ask questions that may reveal certain things. But you mentioned, for example, the Mahama Ford Gate, which the NDC believes contributed greatly.
Minianum, Misremo Muntie Mannaseh conversation ye, and no see bare 5 minutes. See Mannaseh conversation with Samson. Muntie ni ye, niem ponchi hosum. Na obeyi ensembia dia Ghana for mo adwan koso a eno no na kire se no mo aye oye na adwen se obegu obi aban. Enti muntie na muntie question a Samson ebe busa Mannaseh Azure no. Na mo de mo nhwe ni dimina no.
Greatly to favor the NPP. The NPP used that weapon massively to favor them in their election victory and causing the NDC also to lose. You speak about the fact that when you did that particular story, right after the broadcast, that's day, you got a call from the communications minister then, Omane Boama, asking assurance if you were safe and if you were not, to ensure that there was security deployment to protect you, and you declined because you felt safe. But before you made the publication, you were put in a most uncomfortable situation, including comments that came from the same place that you said, are tolerant and you feel safe even after the publication.
What would we are something in no? Why a question? No? Why a question? No? In such a way, say, obe equalize bibi ho. Na muntie respond na Mannaseh na nkasa de bema ono no ye so call lawyer no. Question na obusa no wa sheda koka fa ho say omo a oka say ofili omo frɛ so mema security no. Ohun pressure fufuro bi ama na eche say sa camp for no omo so mema security no. Pressure fufuro bi I say eji ni ho na eche say just to say odibe say asem no kan say Omane Boama mo ka kire ne say so hia security a ye de beba na akoye say ye ma security na etiri nso ya sanfa ho ama afia o. Muntie question yi.
Is that not so? Yes, Samson. And those comments are very normal with the kind of work I do.
One say those comments no after say ye free no say ohia security no. Ohun or pesenka Mannaseh eka say he felt threatened and other stuff. But also those comments no normal. Normal obebia say ade kra wa ye ya ade pa no obia be commenting ho, but it doesn't necessarily mean say you will feel threatened. But opeso play equalization game bi ewa ha or ye interviews or ye series of interviews with journalists just for them to come up with certain things be or more femo and so no all can or sense runti no or per se or can No,
I started with a
I
caveat because we
correct
can't
him.
say things in public. I'm not talking about public comments that were not public but known to you, made to you,
Yes.
either directly or on phone.
Yes, those comments were not threatening comments. So, for instance, I've written about part of it in my book, The Fourth John, so I can speak about it. The president's friend, who happens to be a mutual friend, met me and said,
Munti asemo Mannaseh beka wa hawo. Aha ne adwuma no a me be dikodu di amamo no. Samson ayi ne de no de. Na nka opese Mannaseh ka say after say omane bo ama frɛ no. He again felt threatened. And Mannaseh said he did not feel any kind of threat or threatened when the people started commenting with, or he did not feel any threat with respect to the comment from the people or the criticism, because often say a normal. It did not go beyond what he could not handle. Na afi munti assembly obeka say obi a oye President John Mahama den na danfo eba ne ho munti conversation na munhwe entron kitinkiti bi a sankofo na mo from journalist no omutwa na munhwe adwuma Mannaseh eyema de den NPP party no.
He had not been directed by the president to tell me this. But they know that I was coming out with an investigation, and that if that story broke at that time, they had no chance in the election. And their worry was that I was the one on the beat. If it were any other journalist, how much would they demand that they couldn't pay? But for me, they knew no amount of money would make me drop it. So if possible, I should hold on till after the...
One say, or conscientize wa uti na adwen say, President John Mahama adamfo bi ba ne ho ebe ka kire ne say wate say or the expose bi beba na according to sir President adamfo no say enye say obisian because obisian in favor of Mahama na emum no wate keke say or the expose bi beba na ono Mannaseh no eye any other journalist bi dia nko be busa ne say obeji say na enam John Mahama adamfo no oni ni delete that time no enim say ono Mannaseh no enye sa kind of journalist na omoji sika no enti no ohun ekwan a ofa so play mo because ye ka say okoji sika wo NPP fo ho eno de be ye sa Ford expose no. Inti I was expecting say anka obe busa ne say ka Samson be busa ne say sa Ford expedition a friend say expose no, how true was that? Well, Musa yemfe no to nchen a question for a different date and a topic for a different date. Inti ono no answer to the question na Samson busa no or person or say onye journalist or jiska yento aso
election. When that failed, there was this suggestion that they could give me some information about Akufo-Addo, who was also going somewhere to take money for his campaign, so that if I published those two together, they would also have something to say about the NPP. And I said no, that wasn't going to work. The tribal card was tossed, it didn't work. And I eventually went ahead and did a story.
All right.
These sources...
Yeah. One who say, or kasa wie ye no. Or kasa wie ye no. One who say, or see eventually he went ahead and did the story. Adenti na wokwa akoye story no. Unim say a pressing election ewo ho. Say even if South Ford expedition no eye no kra na, why Mannaseh must you allow Ghanaians to base on one specific thing? Na omodiko ediko koto aba. Aban bia no eye perfect. Into wonim say crucial election ewo ho. Nemum no you went ahead. Say obey sa expose no because it was going to go against the sitting or the incumbent party, no. And they suggested, say, Adia Wodi Bay, election is just around the corner. A be higher into ya the yen soon, but my elections ni say a chrono being a president aboa, ye elections we crown one as a president abo chrono, ye bet to me a channel. But Mannaseh saw the impact as our expose, no, a bit me a way elections, Muntino. The guy did not give a hoot. So he went ahead. I am not saying it. I am not saying it. Videos. And then why is that crazy work we? Ama John Mahama men koka say or ye ceremony na also ye ceremony ntino say wo Jimmy Kura na also support no. That is not what I'm saying. Ekufuado amamu yi mu no. Captain Smart Afia Pokua friends Obi Kwabna Sante ene sa akamfo kwa misefa kamonum ne omo akamfo kakra background ene omo sankofo we knew say Ekufuado was not performing, but they kept mute. They did not talk because omo nim say omo kasa ebe kweti aban no hwe de Captain Smart sorry no akotena onua TV oye no unye nyansafo a obeka se all fight aban no oboa ebra na wo so de fight aban no wankasa enam se Captain Smart oye kohwini nti no oye din ma mokoto aban wiye oye din ma akronfo ba mo fie obi wiamo akronfo ni wiamo nyoma de mo nyoma no koye no afe no wasori abegina abonti no kura megaphone e no otiemu kronfo no okọ na chimfuturu e na ye papa kodwantwi e kan se eno nko na obehu. So you knew the impact that expose was going to what create in the election of 2016. You went ahead and you allowed Ghanaians to base on, you see, you guys, right after that, no, and a BBC will say, why focus on Africa for be interviewer, or Mukobusa Mahama say, waje bribe dano, because na expose no, edi kanyaba, and sana sa interview neighbor. Entino Busa omo say, are you talking to me as a person or as a president? And now we feel threatened. What do you want to ask?
We're not antagonistic. And I can tell you that even under this government, there have been times very high-ranking people talk to me to see if I could do something about a story when the promo started. And so this is very this is very normal for somebody like me. But the difference is the kind of commentary, the kind of message, the kind of threats you receive.
Mannaseh, thank you very much. And ladies and gentlemen, please pardon me.
In your mother for some of whom, Mimi Mahami come on through. Omo akasa and a mefa me ba bechichi. The evidence on the face of the pin sheet no and I'm the bahaba me the babe kasa. The people were pleading, say, yes, you may have a beautiful story. Let it tarry. Let it wait for a while. Let us finish with what? Let us just go over this ramp. And after that, you bring whatever you have. Because they are politicians. Politician be an answer, any government be an any problems. But mutnase ene one who say the account journalist no omu hu nyoma fun bebrea na ewe Kufuado aben no one who say Kevin Taylor ebe kan $10 billion ho asem as if say na you need journalist e wo Ghana ho as if say you need journalist bia wo Ghana ho. That was November 2020 prior to the election 2020. Na Captain Smart tikrum ho, Captain Smart never opened even his eyes to even later opened the mouth to comment. Or tna sema sankwasi asemi nyina ekoso just this year 2020 no betna ho say Auditor General's reports na say $10 billion be air transit from friends commercial bank to Bank of Ghana no ye hwehwa ye hu ewe hin na obi aka ho asem 2 years ago adentia se sa story ni break here ebekwatia ekufuado ado dankwa enya ne second term enunti no media we phone na yenkan ya no ntum now Joy News for sorry no ma betrans no mo kasa as if say omo yede omo bashi ekufuado sa tricks na yedi play amount for intelligence no. We are too smart to be bamboozled with such things. You cannot cajole us with such a friend say superfluous revelations, no, unnecessary. They are clearly unnecessary and yet necessary. But and then Captain Smarty ye did this because of what? Uriye did it nyina ya or say or no dear untimi nyai na battle for NPP. Untimi nyai na battle for NPP but or say NPP abaning ye day enye na ade na enye no. Uye de koswama netina power. Because enye intino almost started with another propaganda. Yes, we know things are hard, but alternative is scary. So if things are hard, if you're a painter and you are not painting my house well, you are not doing the job you were assigned. You are not doing it well. We're calling for a different painter. Also there be intimin koswa ama wonse no because wo sa painter we no o ya asantini mesumi ya asantini o ya hanwani mesumi ya hanwani wo yesirimini mesumi yesirimuni ntino eno ntimin hwe na enkoso. This is the kind of journalism ene Afia Pokua ete ho se ena na asem ne bae no when she felt threatened no one fought for her. Is it because oye oba ntia na Afia Pokua em say wadwen no is going crazy onti o my Ghana nimu ena oba asem bae se wa broni asem bae obetena radio so say no se wa broni Jimmy for wanya chance no akotena presidential jet mo o sabe kasa. Did you fight for somebody? Amount for the employment keke omode be ma ye nua manum omode di wo mo fugafuga e wo Ghana honum no. Do you use your platform to fight for such ladies? And now we are pewakunti no wakosha America and now also you feel threatened in the 2024 election no. You have an exiting plan and friends say exiting planner. You want to exit journalism. You want to exit. And so no be a president no. You did not ever why me who that you never thought of quitting journalism because that person gave you the freedom, the maximum freedom to operate. And ne so the makofa babesi Ghana for so amemuni nye ahemfuti krum omuntumi nka na imumu no omo sori ana omakotena bruchi na omoka. Afia Pokua te Ghana ho, you could not say all these things. Okotena America de wehu na woka. Ghana 40 abruchi ni ye kase aban no ensesa nyoma o te Ghana o se an ene ye na ye te akwantu nti ni ye kasa enye na wo so betena akwantu ma wo so kan bi no otumfo de krampo no ye ohufo otumfo no oye ohufo wantimi anka free SHS asem America memu na okoka free SHS asem sa dwumadi a otumfo ko di no America memu no anka wo se tepaman hene na okọ eni bre a edo wu afanti ohene pon a woda ekukud ahemfo over bese 50 or 60 aman hene akese be more than 50 a woda wo mo ano when timi entumu ba ko say Memphis May festival no wasoa ho apija entoma ne ade na mo showcase no ho entoma ene drama no eno kwa na ye Ghana for culture there be investment na okofa free Memphis e dia ba Kumasi abonten so children's park ne da ho no mo a aye death trap scotters na capture ho a facility ye ya mimiswa na me ko hokodi agroko library fiakobi library na e wo ho no. What are you talking about? Moti ho mona modi amemu no aye kronobo eni nsemu ne nkwasiasem die. Journalist Jimmy ahemfo Jimmy asofo kra de na kon asofo kra de na asai na emmumu no obi beye president dia na journalist mi kasa na ahemfo timi kasa na asofo tumi kasa enne asofo ne se ye catch o so omonka de ekoso wo Ghana enya Reverend Professor Emmanuel Asante esi se ono ka ade a enye ho asem wo Ghana na eche se oye the bidding for a friend say NDC. So it means that in the past no you were doing the bidding for what? For which party? NPP. Munyai sansem hunu no na mama yenko yenim going forward no oye journalist learn a lesson ude ore wakoma ehye obi mu too much onim ni motive ntia odi bepe akonya wo Ghana ho. You have no idea as to adinti na nanado wakonsa besi ne na ope president ayede edi intu kodi akire a ubewie no odo be yenkwase adwuma na wato atwene yedem besi ya na me adom a edafo frefre ne no ye be san hia na yede the ipso factus no ato form cool and collected na yede amamo inti no mon kan che omo journalist na e wo Ghana ho no say yede omo ase empempenso a Ghana edu no they contributed to the struggle and the ordeal Ghanaians are going through. I love you all. What to share mu wi ase afana bebian damu nyina ase ye kase ye bobo a ade be san yankopon ka obi bia ho ye be san share on this same platform enkoto wa on follow YouTube ne so no follow YouTube ne so subscribe follow Facebook no na koswa ma TV no and the Loud Silence Media ne fa on to boa boa ne enkoye nim. I love you all. Bye bye.